Gusta. I'm John Red, and this is Course Crash World History, and today we are going to be talking about the Philippines. In 1941, the Japanese Empire occupied... No, me from the future, not that empire. Definitely not that one. The Japanese Empire occupied them in 1941 because MacArthur, also known as the Big Chief, was forced to leave in March of 1942 due to the Japanese invasion. He left with these simple words: "I'll be back." No, he is not the Terminator. No, he is not Arnold Schwarzenegger either. But when he came back with the simple words again: "I'm back." I like him. He kept it simple. Nice. Why can't you do that, David? Anyway, this man was awarded the Medal of Honor as well as the Service Cross and the Purple Heart because he was not a wimp and he went out with his troops in battle because he could. He was a 5-star general of the U.S. Army and he was the Field Marshal of the Philippine Army. And he oversaw the occupation of Japan whenever they won. Anyway, when he came back, it was just after the Battle of Leyte. What? It wasn't latte? Leyte? What am I supposed to do with this? Dang it, David! Always making history less fun. Anyway, this plan launched the Philippine invasion of the U.S., which is fun to say. But anyway, this invasion was key to the victory in the Pacific Theater. General MacArthur now set out on a dangerous quest of recapturing the Philippines, which would take years. Not really, it didn't take very long at all, actually. He was actually quite a boss about it. And now on to the Great Raid. The Great Raid was indeed a raid. It was a raid on the Japanese occupation camp, prisoner of war camp, whatever else you want to call it, of Cabanatuan. Cabanatuan. Yeah, that's it, okay. An open letter to Jungles. But first, let's see what's in the obvious box. David! You got me a cat! Oh, it's beautiful! Oh, anyway, dear Jungles, you guys, you suck. Always making every little thing so much harder than it has to be. I mean, transportation. Come on. We can't move trucks through trees, people. Come on. Jungles are just getting in the way. And then it's always raining. It's always raining. It never stops. And that makes it muddy. And mud just sucks. Okay? The only things that like mud are pigs. And then you have to add in the mosquitoes. And it's not just the fact that they're annoying and they bite you and they make you scratch your blood out and all this great stuff. They carry malaria. That stuff, it kills people. It kills lots of people, actually. I think it still kills people. Best wishes, John Red. Now on to one of the more of the tragic things of the Philippines. The Bataan Death March. It is also known as the March of Death. It's not exactly pretty. It's a gruesome story, actually. It's quite brutal. It's not fun. It was an 80-mile march. 80 miles. That's about 3 marathons. 650 American deaths. And just to show you how tragic it was, I'm going to read a quote now from, I guess it was a survivor. I don't really have the name of the person. They were beaten and they were starved as they marched. Those who fell were bayoneted. If you don't know what a bayonet is, it's a knife. It's like Call of Duty stuff. They just knifed him in the face. That's pretty brutal. But this leaves one to question, was the Philippines really worth going in and recapturing? I mean, was it worth the deaths? But then you have to add in the fact that if it weren't for the Philippines, none of the American resources would have been near close enough to launch invasions of the Japanese islands. So, as Americans, we owe a lot to these Philippine people. I mean, they helped us out in keeping the place, but then they let us use it. I mean, most people in a relationship, they don't like to get used, but these guys were completely chill with it. So thank you, Filipinos. Thank you. Until next time, I'm John Red. The show is directed by David Arias. We had help from a high school friend, Andy Mata, and our intern, Daniel Ringhauser. And like we say in my hometown, stay classy. Rangers, Army Rangers, accompanied by the Filipino guerrilla forces, rated... Thank you for that.